Hi, how are ya? It's Traviseen here, and welcome back to our adventures in Hardcore Classic WoW. Last episode, we did some questing in Duskwood, and today we will be heading back there to do some more quests. Looks like we won't be doing stockades again.
Hello. Welcome to the Bank
We will
of
probably
Stormwind.
hit level
We offer
31 today.
financial accounts and safety deposit boxes for valuable items.
Maybe some of you guys are like,
already have an
nice,
account with us,
he's not doing stockades. But we will be doing some dungeons soon. But I want to do some quests first.
Safe travel.
The next dungeon we will probably do, it will be Scarlet Monastery. And I should start collecting some quests for Nomoragan.
Welcome to my inn, weary traveler. What can I do for you?
Okay, so I think we're good to go, guys. Maybe I should have put this silk in there as well. Let's check our mail. Nice. The Wrath Banor sold. The Null Skull Basher sold. Awesome. Making a little bit of coin. We got some new risks, guys. Put some risks we got off of the auction house. Marauders, Bracers of the Bear. Not bad.
Welcome to the Bank of Stormwind.
10 more
financial
armor,
accounts and
3 more
safety deposit
strength on them.
boxes for valuable items. Do you already have an account with us, sir?
Okay, well, I think our bags are good now. We have everything we need.
See you later.
Put this mutton chop here. We'll eat it eventually. Maybe we'll sell these. These night crawlers, we don't really need them.
Welcome to my inn, weary traveler. What can I do for you?
All right. Here we go. So the first place we will be heading to is Westfall, because we want to do the Legend of Stalvan quest. Then from Westfall, we'll make our way down to Duskwood, and we'll turn in a few quests there. We'll try to complete as many as we can, and then once we are done with Duskwood, well, I wouldn't say we're going to fully complete Duskwood, but we'll do all of the green quests and then we'll make our way up to the
Where
wetlands.
is it you would like to go, lad? For just a few coin, my griffins can get you there faster.
And then the
than
plan
even
is
the swiftest horse.
to slowly make our way up from the wetlands to South Shore. And then from South Shore, I'm going to try to get us a group going for Scarlet Monastery, which is all the way up here. It's going to be quite the journey. Kind of hoping we could do library too when we get there. The library is like, well, maybe we could do library. If I'm like 33, library would be a challenge, but maybe we could do it. There's also some quests down here we need to pick up. It's a dungeon quest from one of these Scarlet Crusade members that's hanging out here in this town. I forget what this place is called, but it's in Desolus. I think it's Valerial Demon Slayer. Maybe it's him? No, probably not. But there is a quest we need to pick up for Scarlet Monastery over there, so we need to make our way over there as well. A lot of traveling to do, guys. But it will all be worth it. We'll probably be 33 by then. And then we should be ready for library and graveyard. Graveyard should be pretty easy at that point. I think the mage in our group is currently 33, almost 34. And he has a bunch of blue bar that he's been saving up. Touch Me Nancy's probably around there as well. And then we have another mage that is like 32 right now, or like 31. The thing is, he might just fly past us. We'll see what happens. And then we have a bunch of people playing now, which is good. I just hope they don't die. If they die, that sucks. We get to do some Scarlet Monastery with everybody. Nomoragan, Ragefire Crawl. Or, I mean, can't believe I forgot the name of the place. This place here. Razorfen Crawl. I want to do that as well. That'd be cool. 30s will be good. A lot of dungeons to do. And then 40s, it'll chill out a little bit. Not much. Not too many dungeons. There's a few. Like after that, really all you have is like Oldemon, Zul'Farrak. Maradon's not bad. But you want to be in the 50s for Maradon. I'd say Temple of Akar and Maradon are like dungeons you want to be in the 50s for. And then Blackrock Depths, recommend 60. Because Blackrock Depths it's a tough dungeon. It's also like, it's not even a dungeon, guys. It's almost like a raid. Need 1 tank and 1 heal for Dead Mines. Level 20 human rogue. I wish we could go in and do Dead Mines. I want that sword. That's the best thing you can get, guys. If you're playing Classic WoW, you get an awesome weapon. The game just changes. For us to buy an awesome weapon right now, it would probably cost us at least 10 gold. Most blues are like 10 gold if you want to buy them on the auction house. I'll get this copper vein here. But we're not going to spend our gold on that stuff. It's too expensive. We want to save our gold for abilities in our mount. If I had 60 gold right now, I'd probably spend a bit, but we don't have that much. But yeah, 2 mages would be amazing. They would completely blow up AoE packs. Like, I think they're both fire mages too, so it can get kind of wild. Fire mages do more AoE damage, but they don't have a lot of control as a frost mage does. Okay, so we're looking for this quest here, The Legend of Stalvan. Let's check this out. Travel to Moonbrook Schoolhouse and bring back any updated information about Stalvan to the clerk. I guess we'll listen to this.
Stalvan, eh? Let me check the town registry. Stalvan.
Oh, there
Let's
we go.
see. Ah, here we go. I have a record
Old
of a
Footlocker
Mr.
creaks
Stalvan
open.
Mistmantle. The last recorded address is the Moonbrook Schoolhouse. My, talk about outdated. Do me a favor, will you, friend? If you happen to go out to Moonbrook, let me know if you get any update on this fellow.
Who the
I
heck
like
is
to
that?
keep the records clean.
You find a dusty unsent letter in the old footlocker. It's hilarious. Our level's so high that this guy doesn't pull. Toil not and oh wow. Never mind. All attributes reduced by 5? Curse of Stalvan? Wow, what a great way to start the episode. With the Curse of Stalvan. What a crap quest this is. That sucks. Right click to read. Dusty unsent letter. So let's make sure we're going the right way here. You don't want to run into a bunch of gnolls, though. We're going to Duskwood. To the Honorable Headmaster Krillian. My former master, I write to you so that you might know what your apprentice has been doing of late. paying heed to your advice, I sought to build my knowledge and wisdom through travel outside the gates of our beloved Stormwind. My journeys took me to many places, but I have decided to take up residence here in the lovely town of Moonbrook. The surrounding fields of Westfall are most beautiful as the harvest approaches. Within just a few days of my visit, I found myself tutoring the local children from the nearby farmlands. Lessons went so well that the mayor commissioned me to run a school, and construction has begun on a brand new schoolhouse. From Silverpine to Stormwind, and now Moonbrook. Who would have guessed I would see so much of Azeroth? Warm regards, Stalvan Mismantle. And we seen him last episode. He doesn't look too healthy. It's like the Forsaken have corrupted him. So we do know that this story eventually has a bad ending. Unless you're a fan of the Forsaken, and then I guess that would be a good ending. And this should go pretty quick, guys. Just gotta avoid fighting with this buff. I don't know why the heck I'm here. Trying to run around these guys. They're all level 19. Maybe we can cut through here. There we go. And look what we're pulling up on, guys. This tower over here, this is where a rogue quest is. This is the rogue quest to get the recipe for... I can't believe I forgot the name of it. It's a recipe that gives you energy. It's like some tea. I used it all the time on my rogue in TBC, and we actually got it on the rogue in our hardcore journey. There's a certain amount of tea, some tea that gives you energy whenever you drink it. I think the quest rewards you that. It's a rogue quest. You have to sneak in here and pickpocket someone. Mobs are pretty high level too. All 22. Alright, back to Duskwood we go. Yeah, good. Gonna go see what's going on here. The shadowy figure. What the heck is that sound? Oh, it's raining. Great. It's raining in Duskwood. One of those days. It's a cool thing about the game, though. The weather changing. It's never the same. You can really hear it. Probably came up from Stranglethorn Vale. I usually have some pretty harsh rainfalls down there. Oh, here's the shadowy figure. His name is Jitters. Look at him. Hanging out here all by himself.
Good day to you.
Huh? Oh. You don't look like a Defias thief or a member of the Night's Watch. Take pity on a poor soul, will ya?
Have a good one.
Who are you? Leave me be.
Yes, I'm the author of that book. You finally found me, eh? Well, if you read that journal, then you only know the half of it. The book you found was only half finished. I had to leave it at Sven's farm when I fled there. Here, take my completed journal to Sven. It describes more fully what happened at his farm. Although this journal has been my only company these past weeks, if giving it up keeps me from having to face Sven and his wrath, then I do it willingly. I've been stuck hiding in this ghost town for weeks, and I haven't eaten anything but grubs and weeds. I need some decent food, and I'm willing to trade well for it. Bring me a feast, and I'll pay you handsomely. I heard Chef Gruel at the Scarlet Raven Tavern in Darkshire makes very good dusky crab cakes.
All right. Let's get Jitters some food. We'll take a screenshot of him here. He's the one who found the scythe. Good old jitters. All right, let's get out of here. It's time for us to go see Sven. It looks like the book has been updated by so is this a new book? Where do we go now? That's a long story. Make our way up to Sven. My journal. The terror of the past few weeks is almost more than I can bear. Why is it that by writing words into this book, I can somehow keep the madness at bay? Perhaps it is as if I'm confessing my sins to a silent companion. I think we read this part. Oh, this is all new, actually. All right, my journal. The terror of these past few weeks is almost more than I can bear. Why is it that by writing words into this book, I can somehow keep the madness at bay? Perhaps it is as if I'm confessing my sins to a silent companion, or freeing my mind of these tortured thoughts and confining them to paper. I began a journal before this one, but it remains in a place to which I cannot return. So I will start afresh, but this time I will start from the true beginning. It began with the finding of that cursed scythe in the mine they call Roland's Doom. Yes, that was the start of it. Before that, the Defiance Brotherhood was happy with our progress in Duskwood. Before the scythe, the terrors of this place seemed as tame as Northshire Valley. But ever since I found the haft of the scythe jutting from the pile of rubble in the mine and cursed me, pulled it free, Roland's Doom became a place of vile death. If I had known what would happen, I would have cut it off my own hand to keep from grasping that rune-carved wood. So many regrets. I always thought that was a privilege of the old. I now know that it is not the old. It is the hopeless who don the mantle of regret. Unable and unwilling to shrug it from shoulders stooped with misery. But enough waxing like a pipe-mad poet. I must continue with the chronicle. Looks like he's just over here. We almost missed him. After the scythe was freed, a change rippled through the mine. Light from our flickering torches warped, and the strength of our voices seemed beyond our control. Sometimes a man's whisper roared through the tunnels, forcing hands on ears, and sometimes our shouts barely traveled a few steps before diminishing into a hint on the wind. Unnerving, yes, but we did not have long to wonder at this strangeness. It was but a harbinger of what truly drove us from the mine, the Worgen. They came at us from everywhere, clawing from the hidden holes at our feet and dropping upon us from silent perches above. Half our men fell in those first panicked minutes. The rest, including myself, tried to flee. As I ran, I saw so many of my brothers taken by tooth and claw, heard so many screams cut short or gurgle to silence. For all I know, I am the only human to escape that place. I can only guess why I survived that night. I have always been cautious, always quick to flinch from jabs and leap free of pitfalls. My name Jitters comes from this trait. So perhaps it was just that knack for caution that saved me. Or maybe it was the scythe I pulled from the rubble. It cannot be the scythe itself, for I lost it during my frantic flight. But if it was I who brought the Worgen to Duskwood, then perhaps the Worgen afforded me a rare courtesy, cursed them. Or perhaps I am doomed to witness the change I wrought on Duskwood. Perhaps it is the fate to watch as the Worgen tear into this land, staining it even darker with their foulness. If that truly is my fate, then it is twofold. for the Worgen are not the only power to clutch at Duskwood. The fiends from Deadwind Pass have also staked claim. That is the next chapter of my tale, and I pray it is the last. After surviving the flight from Roland's Doom, I hid within a barn owned by a man named Sven. I spent a few days in the barn, and such horror lingered with me that I never once made myself known to Sven or his family. But from what I saw from my hiding place, I knew these farmers were quite decent folk. Had I stepped from my concealment, I think they would have taken me in, but trust is hard for me, harder still after the shock in the mine. So I remained hidden, and it saved my life. Spirit of Xanthalar is dropping. A few days after I arrived at the barn, Sven left his farm for Darkshire. He kissed his wife and smiled to his children and promised to return soon with toys and sweets. The poor man, that was the last time he saw his family unmutilated. At least they parted happily, and at least his wife was the first to die, and was freed from seeing the slaughter of her children. But these small graces do nothing for me. I saw what happened, and it will never haunt. It will ever haunt my dreams. My hand trembles as I recall the details of that night when Sven was away and his family was doomed to face the Black Riders alone. Again, regret claws at me, for I was there and could have risen against those fiends from Deadwind Pass, but it is a false regret. It is the same that plagues any survivor of a tragedy. I know that had I left my place of hiding, I too would have been killed. My body ripped and torn, and its pieces spread so widely that I would not be recognized. But even though I know I could have done nothing to stop this heinous murder, one true regret does remain. I brought the Black Riders to Sven's farm. My discovery of the scythe not only unleashed the Worgen upon Duskwood, it drew the Riders from Deadwind Pass. I know this because just before they began their slaughter, they asked one question to Sven's wife as she held her children close, giving them what comfort she could, though she was certain death was near. The scythe of a loon, one of the riders shrieked, in a voice both harsh and shrill, like the grinding of an axe on stone, and the last word "Aloon," it croaked, as if choking on the sound. Dread ripped me when I heard that voice, both from the horrid sound of it, and because I knew the scythe of which the rider spoke. It must be the same cursed thing I drew from the rocks of Roland's Doom days before. It was what the Black Riders sought, and it was what would kill Sven's family. I never learned the name of Sven's wife, as she was only ever called Dearest and My Love and Mommy by her husband and children, but I wish I knew it. I am the only living memory of her deed that day, and although she was just a farmer's wife, never have I seen a man or woman act with such bravery. Of course, she did not know of the scythe, but when she learned the riders sought it, in an instant a plan formed in her head, and it was bold and clever, if only it had worked. "The scythe," she said, in a calm voice, "of course I do. Who here wouldn't?" She looked at the riders with steady eyes, and I would have sworn she spoke the truth. If I had not known better, there was no way she could know about the scythe. Her gambit played off. The same rider who uttered the question before bent his head slightly toward her and shrieked, "Where?" "I'll take you, all of you," she said, and I could see a small hope flicker behind her eyes. "But the way is far, and my children would slow us. We must leave them." Her trick was simple, but simple tricks have the best hope of success. If it worked, it would lead the riders away from the farm. She would be lost, but her children would be safe. And it would work, if only the riders believed her noble lies. Although I have never been a student of the light, I prayed fiercely for Sven's wife as she stood against those terrible riders. "Please," I prayed, "let them believe." They stood frozen, and she met their gazes with calm. Then one rider looked up, as if hearing a distant call. He drew from his garb a small gem and peered into it. He then gestured with a bauble towards Sven's wife. A light crept from the rider toward the woman, shaping itself into a grim white hand. She stared into the light, unflinching, but I could see uncertainty behind her mask of confidence. When the hand reached her, it spread its fingers all over her head and it squeezed. Sven's wife stood rigid as a board, and her eyes grew wide, and although her lips pulled back to mouth a scream, no sound escaped. After a few moments of this torture, the hand released her, dropping her to her knees. The rider who held the bauble then sat erect in his saddle, and a loud voice erupted from it. "This woman lies," it said in a voice that has scared my dreams. "She has not seen the scythe." After this, the rider's shoulders stooped slightly, as if a spirit within him had fled. And then, in the old shrieking voice it used earlier, these final words were uttered. "The Lord has spoken, kill them." I cannot describe what happened next. It is clear in my mind, but even my wretched soul cannot put to paper the events of those next few grisly minutes. I can only write that Sven's family was killed, and soon after Sven returned to this grim, deathly scene. Such grief was in him that I was afraid to show myself, and so afraid was I that he would find me. I fled from my hiding spot in the barn. I do not know where Sven is now, but I pray he will someday find peace. I spent the next few weeks moving from place to place, never lingering for fear of the riders. I am now in the abandoned town of Ravenhill, as always hiding. I cannot face whatever power they used against Sven's wife, and I know it searches Duskwood even still. For the scythe, it is lost to me, and I thank the light for this. For had I kept it, I know I would have been found. Even now, I know in my heart that I will be found. I'm so tired. And yeah, the Dark Riders, the lord that they were speaking of is Medivh. And you find who the shadowy figure was.
This journal explains much to me and sets me on the path against the Dark Riders. I have seen these riders in Duskwood and have seen them speak with the wizard Morbid Fell at the Forlorn Robe. Morbid Fell is a necromancer and an ally to the Dark Riders. I would pit you against the power of Morbid Fell, but I will not send you against that vile fiend without first knowing your strength. You have already proven your bravery to me, but if you truly wish to face the necromancer, then you must now prove your skill against his minions.
There we go. So we're leading up to a quest to fight Morbid Fell. The thing is, Morbid Fell isn't the person who controls the Dark Riders. They just think he is because he's a necromancer. It's actually Medivh. So he's just being misled. But at least they get rid of a necromancer in Duskwood, I guess. Alright, so let's head over here. We'll turn in this quest to Abercrombie. And the Scythe of Elune, if you guys want to know, so I'm not too sure if we'll do this quest. It was actually a night elf who used it and brought the Worgen to Azeroth. And the reason why she did that is because they needed reinforcements to defeat the Burning Legion, which are in Felwood. So they decided to use the Scythe of Elune. It was a mistake. The Scythe of Elune went to like another dimension. It summoned all these Worgen. They came to Azeroth, and it became more of a problem than, it actually helping against the fight against the Burning Legion. And eventually the Worgen, disobeyed the Night Elves and started doing their own thing.
Hey there.
I need to string the ghost hair thread along my door and my windows to keep out unwanted spirits. Did you get it for me?
Delightful. This will do splendidly. Here, good adventurer, take this as payment for your honorable deed. I need a bottle of a certain liquor. Zombie juice. Tavern Keep Smith's at the Scarlet Raven Tavern in Darkshire should have some. And please hurry, adventurer. These nights get cold, and I need that drink to put fire in my veins again.
All right. So we got a bunch of quests here, and then we'll eventually head back here and turn all of this in. Kitter's Growing Gut, that's a level 20 quest. Any interest in tanking a Black Fathom Depths? Any interest? Well, there's no summoning unless they have a warlock. Do you have any interest in going into BFD, guys? Get a little bit of XP. His hands would be nice. If it has a weapon for us, probably. It's a nice back as well. Nice dagger. And then Akumai has a pretty nice two-handed sword. I'm going to say no, though. No. It would be cool to go there, though. But not right now. We'll just focus on questing. Alright, let's go. Let's shoot this bone chewer. Farm some more ghoul fangs. Yeah, it's tough finding quests, finding tanks. It's going to be like that as people, like, you know, as the population of the hardcore community goes down. Tanks and healers will be harder to find. Yeah, this is a better spot for sure. You gotta watch out with these skeletons, though. There is there's an elite that walks, skeleton elite that walks around these this graveyard. We'll probably head back to Stormwind at the end. There is a quest I forgot to pick up there. That brings us back to Duskwood. And that eventually leads us to the wetlands. So we might as well pick that up. It's right here. Sardeth the Blackclaw, a noble brew. Sardeth Blackclaw wants you to bring him a tear of Tiloa and from Darkshire, and a musquash root from the wetlands. So we should probably pick that quest up. So we will be going to the wetlands eventually. And we have a couple of elite quests here. We have a warrior elite quest still. Fire hardened male. I think the elite's name's Morladine. He walks around here. Is that him? No, it's a skeletal raider. Just keep an eye out for him. Scroll of protection, nice. Gold vein. I think that's underground, though. The crypt here you can go into. Doing pretty good against these guys. Is that the gold vein right there? Okay, nice. Probably try to get that before any more miners show up. Oh, there's one right there, probably. There's somebody already mining it. It sucks. Little gnome. I need mining 155 for it. Wow, we don't even have high enough mining. I was gonna try to snipe an ore from that guy. We need the coin. There's the skeletal raiders there. Will probably be tough to deal with. Can head down here and look for more Ladim. There's the skeletal horrors. We've already dealt with those. You know, the skeletal fiends. I haven't fought them yet. Going to need to use some more elixirs here. Looking for tank and for BFD. This is in Duskwood General Chat. What the heck? Guys in Duskwood General Chat looking for Black Fathom Depths. Tanks? Like that's on the other side of the world. I wonder why he's choosing to recruit people here. I guess because of the level everyone is. Everyone's kind of around that level for that zip dungeon. Need to watch out down here. You're looking for the fiends, though. I've already completed finishing off the horrors. Probably a bunch over here. There's a fiend right there. Nice couple fiends here. Yeah, we wouldn't get much XP in BFD. We go 31. Guess we'll max out improved revenge. Kind of makes being in D stance worth it, because we can stun. See that stun? Pretty good chance to get that stun now. Gives your revenge ability a 45% chance to stun the target for 3 seconds. It's pretty OP. Look at that. It's another stun. Pretty much a coin flip. Does a lot of damage too. 18 to 22 damage. High amounts of threat with the coin flip chance of a stun. It's going to be great for dungeons. We'll just fight him with all this rage here. There's a healer. We need to get these ones down. And there's the raiders. Got to watch out for them. Enough for kick. Like that. Healed himself there. Don't have enough for kick again. A scroll of spirit. We might as well just use that. Let's bandage up here. Get some health back. Then we can pull these raiders. Got debuffed. Flowing poison movement speed reduced by 38%. Time between attacks increased by 25. That's pretty rough. Wait for that to fall off. Good we don't have that Curse of Stalvan up on us anymore. You can just charge this guy. Nice. So there won't be any running away from these guys if you pull too many. And that is where Mor Ladim is, in that house. Just up here on the hill. Zelda Feralus. Oh, he's a herbalist, eh? Kick that. Pull him back a bit. Can't kick again. Get the heal, though. Maybe the kick good, he didn't heal. If we can pull this guy without pulling the other guy. Probably we can now. There we go. Two of those guys would be pretty tough. Especially when they put this debuff on you right away. I'll go D-stance here. Haven't been getting too lucky with the stuns on these skeletal raiders. There we go, we got a stun off. There's the final healer we need, and we found an old book. Although the cover of this book is marred by scratches and caked with mud, the words, "The History of Stormwind," can still be read along its spine. Upon opening the book, the seal of Stormwind's library is clearly stamped on the book's first page. It looks like someone checked out this book and never returned it. Okay, good. So we got a delivery for Stormwind. Gives us a reason to go back. take these to the face. Waiting for him to heal himself. Looks like he's not going to. If we can pull him without pulling anything else. I think we can. Proving your worth. Yeah, we had quite a bit of blue bar, guys. Gonna have it for another half of this level. We're safe to charge this guy pretty soon. Use a bandage quick. Just want to pull that spider as well. We have a skeletal warrior patrolling up top here. To watch out for that guy. The thing that sucks about these raiders, you can't put bleeds up on them. Or any of these skeletons. We gotta find warders. Where the heck are warders? Looks like they're around here. Maybe they're in the crypts. There he is, Morladim, guys. Just think we didn't run into him. He would kill us. And you gotta watch out, because when you get him low, he enrages and he hits really fast. So try to stay away from him if you can. I won't be fighting him for a while. There's a quest to take him down, though. At least we have a marker on him now, so he won't sneak up on us. Very well, I think we'll start heading back to Darkshire. Turn in a few of these quests. We'll slay some mobs along the way though. Eventually come back and try to finish all of these though. Getting close to being done. It's gonna take us quite a while to get these quests done. Oh, someone died. Oh, Warlock's minion died. Let's fight this Bone Shearer. Maybe we'll get lucky and get a Ghoul Fang. And yeah, we need to turn in the bronze bar. Eliza's tombstone. Eliza, beloved wife, and may the earth sate your hunger. Good old dirt. The delicious dirt. Kind of a weird tombstone. May the earth sate your hunger. If I ever like went to a cemetery and read that, I'd be like, what the heck? Why this guy didn't open up the chest? I bet you he opened up the chest and he left some junk in there. He's probably looking at me right now, picking it up. He's probably like, haha, there's like nothing in there. Yeah, mostly just junk. We'll take it though. Mutton chops, we can eat the spongy morsel. Moral we'll eat. Minor manas we'll have to sell. Probably. Maybe they could sell in the auction house. Pretty cheap though. And the next talent we will level up is Defiance, I guess. It's either Defiance, Improved Thunder Armor, or Improved Taunt. Improved Disarm, I don't know. It's not bad, but I don't think it's that big of a deal compared to the other talents. I think Defiance is good. Increases our threat generated by your attacks by 3%, while in defensive stance, and that'll increase it 5 times. So I guess it goes up to 15%. That'll help a lot. Holding threat is kind of a pain sometimes. Or we go with Improved Taunt. Reduces the cooldown of your taunt. I think that's a really good one too. Well, we're getting close to Darkshire. There's a lot of quests for us to turn in there. We have around 4 quests to turn in. Probably get a few new quests as well. Maybe we should pick up that Worgen quest. Worgen in the Woods. Problem is we're kind of out-leveling a lot of these quests here in the wetlands. Ah, but that's okay. You can't do them all. That's all I know. All those 24s we won't be able to do once we get 32. And I like Duskwood more than the wetlands. It's just I think it's a better zone. Well, this is kind of cool, though. If you're into dinosaurs. Okay, what should we turn in first? I guess we'll go to Look to the Stars. Turn that one in. What the heck is this guy? What's over here? Like all these people hitting level 60. I wonder if they were in a dungeon group together. They all hit level 60 at the same time.
King's honor, friend.
Have you found a skilled engineer to create a bronze tube yet?
This is perfect, adventurer. The first step is complete. According to Cog's blueprint, what I need now is a way to reflect light. I remember a woman by the name of Mary who became well known around these parts for always carrying a looking glass. Perhaps you can track Mary down and see if she might lend us a reflective surface for this project. I believe she once resided in southern Duskwood.
All right. There we go. We got another quest to check out. I think there's Worgen down there, so we should probably pick up the Worgen quest. I think we'll do that later, though.
How are you?
I remember you. You're the one who was asking about that Stalvan fellow. Did you ever find what you were looking for?
Interesting. So the chap did spend some time in Moonbrook after all. It is rather odd the letter never got delivered. Nonetheless, I shall update the registry. Oh my! Must have missed this the first time. In the registry, right beneath the first address for Stalvan, there's another one listed, only partially scratched out. Looks like he was headed to the Lion's Pride Inn over in Goldshire. Might want to check there, adventurer.
See you later.
All right, so there we go. Looks like we gotta make our way to Goldshire.
You need some zombie juice, do you? That's some strong stuff. I don't usually get requests for it. If you bring me some rot blossoms, then I can brew you up a batch of zombie juice. Rot blossoms grow in strange places. In particular, I hear you can find them inside the skulls of skeletal horrors and skeletal fiends. Not that I've gotten close enough to look. The Ravenhill Cemetery and the Tranquil Gardens are both lousy with those skeletons. You may as well get rid of them while you're looking for rot blossoms. The town of Darkshire would be grateful.
Well, it looks like Stitches is on his way. The abomination has overrun the Night Watch camp. Quickly, we must intercept it before it reaches town.
You need some crab cakes, do you? Well, I might be able to cook some up for you. I'll let you in on a little secret. Dusky crab cakes are really made from spider legs. I know it's a bit disgusting, but the cakes have a nice tangy flavor and make great snacks. Bring me gooey spider legs and I'll whip you up a few of them. I hear venom web spiders are a good source. They nest to the north, between the foothills and the river.
All right, well, looks like we have a bunch of quests to do now. We might as well... We'll just keep this quest up. Be good to learn a new recipe. And that is going to be the end of today's episode, guys. Next episode, we will continue our journey in Duskwood. And maybe we will hit level 32. But, as always, thanks for watching. Keep your heads up. Later.